Hi, it's the 19th of June 2026. It's 20 to 5 in the evening in the United Kingdom. 19th of June 2026. I'm just waiting for the numbers to go up on here. I had tried to do, hello everyone, hi people. I tried to do a video, but there's been some technical issues. I was hoping to put a video on about this, so I'm going to have to do it live for now, just to get it out into the ether. Now, just a bit of a recap. We have a system of, there's not many people on here, so hopefully the numbers go up. So a bit of a recap will be good. We have a system of international government fraud that has been going on for a very long time, linking into the forgery of the company's house registration system and the incorporation documents. This is international fraud, everybody, and it has inadvertently uncovered a deception going back hundreds, if not thousands of years. It really is that huge. And there is somebody very important in this in Australia. And this video is going to be my attempt to try and protect that person as best as I can. Now, before I go into a police report that has been submitted by that person in Australia, I'm going to just recap on some of the previous information and submissions that I have made. So this is a metropolitan that was submitted. You can see here on the 15th, and you can see the reference number at the bottom there, Romeo Oscar Charlie 26-011, sorry, 01 dash India Romeo 04, and you can see my details at the top here. I've just redacted obviously some details. The person in Australia's details are also here, but I've redacted them for now. And underneath is the report, which states, I'm a former UK police constable, and since 2022, I've acquired irrefutable and verifiable evidence of international government fraud. This motivates the forgery of the company's house register and incorporation documents to deliberately, let me just say that, verifiable evidence of international government fraud. So this involves the forgery of the company's house register and incorporation documents to deliberately facilitate the laundering of money stolen from the masses in relation to conflicts, terrorism, drug trafficking, people trafficking, and the apparent abuse, torture, murder, and blood of children. This includes links to Australia. It is worth trillions, and there's now significant links to Australia in this. Since 2022, almost 50 police reports and emails to members of the parliament were being completely ignored, certainly from 2023 until the 20th of, actually it's the 22nd, it should say. I put, where is it? It should say the 22nd of May, okay, when I actually got this police report, crime number. This was after a report of drones appearing to be used to try and locate and possibly end my life. The evidence makes significant links to the Vatican, Satanism, Egyptology, and a doomsday cult, now making important connections to myself and a particular person living in Melbourne, Australia. Since being in contact from the end of May 2026, helicopters appear to be flying low over the victim's home and devices are being infiltrated, and I have concerns for their safety, as the evidence being acquired is monumental and how it appears to link us with the royalty and with the Vatican. I struggle to believe that everyone in the criminal system is evil, and based on the evidence, I feel the victim needs to be protected at all costs. In other words, the person in Australia. An evidential research document is being produced showing the verifiable evidence, and previous copies have been sent to Inspector 0360 Marcus McCorkle of Dorset Police, but are being ignored. McCorkle Limited on Company's House links to the intelligence agencies, a corrupted police report, fraudulent civil court case against me, people in my life, and the Vatican. I had made a call to Dorset Police on the 12th of May 2026, in which McCorkle's details were verified and further reports were made, but ignored again, as shown in the video below. Now, you can watch this video on this YouTube. If you just go and look at my other videos, you will see that the phone call that I made to the police. If anything happens to the victim, the British and Australian police will be held accountable. Now, I'm going to show you an email that was sent since that time to various individuals, and one of them you can see is that inspector, okay, Marcus McCorkle at dorset.pnn.police.uk, who I've confirmed is a legitimate officer in Dorset. There's various other people on this email, which includes Christopher Chope, who's the MP for Christchurch, which is the area in Dorset, which is relative to a joint property I have. There's also criminal solicitors and very relevant people that you'll be aware of, I'm sure. Keir Starmer's office, Nigel Farage's office, Shabana Mahmood. You've got Sarah Jones, who has been positioned as the Minister for Police. You've got various other people. David Lammy, who was positioned as the Justice Secretary. Matthew Penny, I've got the wrong name there, so I added it at the bottom. Okay, it's Matthew Pennycook. He oversees land registry, which is massively implicated in the criminal network, okay, to steal property and assets, tying in with the crown around the world as part of this satanic attack against all of humanity, leading into what I'm talking about with the falsified prophecies. And the email says, good afternoon, today is the day of the fraudulent civil court case against me, and drones are now being used to try and locate me. I can only assume to silence me. Overwhelming evidence now shows that a doomsday cult plans to end all of creation. Now, there is some other evidence coming to light where I'm trying with others to build a theory around all of this. Okay, it's possible that some of the things that have happened are being made to look false, deceptive, or they are to try and cover up the truth historically in all of this as to what has been going on. I've just carrying on. It says, if you do not provide full disclosure of the criminal network in place and its associated crimes against children, I'm sorry to say they may succeed. All evidence can be verified in the attached main evidential research document. I urge you to specifically look at the evidence of the Corpus clock initially, which ties into a fault at the Large Hadron Collider and the evidence surrounding the collider technology. So I attached my main evidential document to all of those people. They have all received the evidence. This was obviously a little while ago, so there's more evidence being added. However, nobody has responded other than Christopher Chope, okay, who is refusing to actually assist, and he is now trying to insist that the MP for Eastcliff area, where Exbourne Manor, where my investigation began, who is Tom Hayes, deals with the MP inquiries. Well, I've already tried, and Tom Hayes is all of my emails, and Christopher Chope is now trying to see past responsibility, even though a property relating to me is on his patch. And of course, the Eastcliff area where Tom Hayes is an MP is also the area where Jimmy Savile had a property. So it is completely compromised in that specific area. Further down on the email, I attached a link to the video. So I'm just going to show you that if I can find it. This is going into a lot of things that have happened to me in relation to the properties, etc. And there you go. There's the link that I sent to the police. Now, shortly after these emails were sent, they removed my entire YouTube channel. All right, because what I was doing is, now they either did that deliberately for me to draw attention to it, or they did it because they were completely, because I had the continuity of the officer being real, the document being supplied, the video call being made, confirming that, putting that all together in this email. It looks as though they panicked and removed my entire YouTube channel because it was completely starting to corner them into a situation where that absolutely has to be changed. The YouTube channel was then reinstated after a complaint was made by myself and others. Now, if we go into the report made by the Australian contact who is relevant in all of this, I've obviously redacted their details, and we have been in contact and trying to protect them, protect myself, conduct the exposure of the entire world's criminal network at the same time, and how important this is. So this is the report. It was made today. This is just pasted from the report, and I'm going to show you a screenshot in a moment. It was done at roughly 12:35 hours on UK